Why does anger rise before you can even understand what you're feeling? There are moments when anger rises faster than your thoughts can catch up. A sudden heat in your chest, your jaw tightening, your shoulders lifting, your face warming, your breath becoming sharp and narrow. Sometimes anger bursts, quick, bright, explosive. Sometimes it simmers, a low burning flame beneath everything you do. Sometimes it hides, inside irritation, cold silence, withdrawal, or a tense stillness that no one else seems to notice. You whisper, "Why am I so angry? Why does this feeling take over so quickly? Why do small things awaken something so big?" Anger doesn't rise without reason. It appears when something inside you feels unprotected, unheard, or unseen. It is a signal, a flare from the heart saying, "Pay attention, something here matters." The Buddha taught the middle way, a path of meeting emotions without falling into extremes. Not suppressing anger until it hardens into resentment. Not exploding with it until it scorches everything around you. Not shaming yourself for feeling it. Not letting it swallow you whole. Just meeting anger as it rises, present, steady, aware. Anger becomes destructive only when it is clung to or avoided. But when you observe it without extremes, anger reveals information, a message beneath the flames. The middle way means this: you don't have to fear your anger. You don't have to obey it either. You simply see it as it arrives. Ask yourself softly, what exactly was hurt here? What felt unfair? Anger often guards something tender. What boundary was crossed? What part of me needed protection? Sometimes it protects your dignity. Sometimes it shields fear. Sometimes it hides grief that hasn't been spoken. Sometimes it rises because you've been carrying too much for too long without help. Anger rarely belongs to the moment that triggered it. It belongs to moments before, times you were dismissed, times you weren't heard, times you swallowed your truth to keep the peace, times you endured more than anyone realized. Anger is the alarm your body rings when your heart says, "I can't hold this alone anymore." And when you finally listen, the anger no longer needs to shout. You don't need to push anger away. You don't need to act on it. You don't need to explain it yet. You only need to stay with yourself as the feeling rises. Say gently, "This is anger. This is what my body is feeling. I can stay with this without losing myself." Allowing doesn't mean feeding the anger. It means recognizing your truth without collapsing into it. You are not the anger. You are the awareness that can hold it. In the next minute, you don't need to think. Just notice what your body is already telling you. Tonight, try noticing how anger lives in your body. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your chest. Is there heat, tightness, a pulsing sensation? Now your jaw, is it clenched? Is there pressure you didn't notice before? Move to your face. Is there warmth? A flush rising? A tension around the eyes? Then your shoulders. Are they lifting as if bracing for impact? Anger speaks through heat, tightness, pressure, and movement. You don't need to judge it. Just notice. I feel the heat. I feel the tension. I'm here with it.
The Buddha taught, holding too tightly burns the hand. Letting go completely loses the flame. He was showing us that anger becomes painful when the mind swings into extremes, when we grip our anger and turn it into resentment, or when we reject our anger and bury the truth beneath it. The middle way is the space between, not feeding the fire, not fleeing from it. Standing close enough to feel its heat, but far enough not to be consumed. Anger softens when it is held with balance. When you see anger without judgment, you see the hurt beneath it. When you stop fearing your anger, you hear what it is trying to protect. When you stop clinging to it, the flame settles and becomes light instead of destruction.
Your anger does not mean you are broken. It means you have been carrying something important without enough protection. When you understand your anger, you understand your hurt. When you understand your heart begins to soften. Thank you for being here with me. May your night be gentle, and may your anger turn into clarity, one steady breath at a time. If this video brought you peace, please subscribe so we can continue walking together on this deeper path of healing.